I'm still feeling decent. I'm feeling decent, not good.
What we've done up to this point is not good enough to make postseason.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Blue Jays Today Show, where we always have something to say about the Blue Jays, shockingly. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog, and today we are not talking exclusively about the Blue Jays, but everything ball that has happened in this past week. Before we get into it though, guys, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Today, Jace is our code for Monkey Knife Fight and for Manscaped. Those are both of our sponsors. And $3 a month, you can become a Patreon. Call into this show. It helps us out immensely, and usually it's a great time. We're typically drinking when you call in.
Woo!
All right, big guy. Let's talk ball. First thing I want to talk about is the extremely scary reports that came out about 4 people being arrested, having found 16 long guns, over 1,000 rounds of ammunition. I believe it was bodysuit or like a body armor
too,
as well. Basically, what happened here, guys, was they were in a hotel very close to where the All-Star game was being held, very close to Coors Field, and a maid stumbled upon this room doing her maidly duties and discovered this stuff, called the police accordingly. A SWAT team came and arrested all of them. Thank God that was discovered beforehand, because that is just so totally shocking.
It could have been an absolute disaster, and obviously no one wants to fucking see that. Like, that's actually ridiculous. And thank God they were actually stupid to leave all their fucking shit in their hotel room for a maid to come in. So Thank God. Thank God to the maid. Thank God that everyone's safe.
Law enforcement did their job today.
They did their job.
And got rid of that. But that is just, that is totally... I don't know what would compel somebody to get to that place. I don't want to delve down that road because it is deep and it is dark. But thankfully, crisis averted. Crisis not averted for the Atlanta Braves, losing star outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr. for the entire season. Yikes. This is not the first loss that they've had. Obviously, Ozuna
with another fucking
dealing with what he's dealing with right now. But they've also had, I believe, Darnode go down. Soroka?
Soroka's done for the year. Pache was down with an injury. Not sure if he's still down or not. But they're losing guys, and they're not anywhere close to really in a competitive position either. So this looks like Atlanta's year is just washed up. And honestly, I think they're kind of done. If you're an Atlanta fan out there, let us know. Maybe you guys have some hope, but it's not looking too good for those guys.
Well, I think that basically now Philadelphia looks to be the second team in that division for me. Did I get that wrong?
It might be, I think it might be, or Washington.
No, I believe it is Philadelphia is ahead of them right now. Zach Wheeler's looking good. However, something that came out today, Aaron Nola goes on the COVID-19 list. He's on the IL now for COVID-19. But Bryce Harper back. Reese Hoskins look good. So I feel like they're the second team now.
Well, here's the thing. They're not even going to be a second team in the wild card because you got the NL West like San Fran, LA, and Dodgers all over 53 wins.
They were taking those wild cards.
They're not
away.
Yeah, like you have to win. You have to win the division. Like the Mets are now 7 games above 500, where Phillies are exactly at 500 as we're making this video. So it's like you got to beat the Mets. That's the goal. You know?
Yeah, it's definitely competitive over there in the NL, but also competitive over here in the AL. And what is not super great to see from a Jays perspective, really nice to see if you are a Yankees fan, is the fact that your ace, Garrett Cole, comes back to form against potentially the best offense in the league, dominates his former team, 9 innings, almost got taken out.
But he argued with Boone. He even said in this post-game conference saying, I used a lot of F words to get back and stay in that game and get the shutout. So good for the Yankees fans, good for the Yankees team, good for Garrett Cole, but not good because we're kind of banking on him flopping a little bit so that we could get back in this division race. We're still neck and neck with them. Like, it's very close, a couple games out, but yeah, I mean, good for you.
I always felt like he would turn it around. And similarly, I feel like Ryu will do the same. You know, I felt the same way about Ryu, as I felt like with him, there might be an adjustment period with the sticky stuff, but you're still a very talented pitcher, and so is Ryu.
And he had a good outing last time too, Ryu, against Baltimore.
Exactly, man.
Really
I also have
really
a lot of respect. I love it when pitchers, when the aces, basically their managers come out and they're like, I got it. 3 pitches later,
and they do it.
Done.
If they don't do it, I kind of lose respect for
totally,
you.
Totally, because we had that same incident happen with a Tyler Chatwood where he didn't do it and then sulked and walked away afterwards.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, you would better sit in that fucking in the freaking dugout and own the fact that you didn't do it. But Garrett Cole gets it done 3 pitches later, does the job. What else happened this week?
Well, we also have some All-Star roster updates. So Posey, unfortunately, is going to miss the All-Star game with a thumb contusion. JT Realmuto is going to be taking his place in there. Blake Snell is now on the IL to miss the All-Star game. Darvish with back tightness going to miss the game.
Wow, that's a big blow to the Padres.
Yep, that's 2 Padres
so honestly,
pitchers.
Good for them that the break is coming.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. They need that. Darvish back tightness is supposed to be not that bad, but Snell is going straight to the IL.
Right.
And to take their place, you got Peralta on the Brewers. So they have 3 starting pitchers in that All-Star game.
Wow.
The Brewers are stacked.
Wow.
And the one who got away, Taijuan Walker, is also being the replacement as well. So congratulations to Taijuan Walker. Fuck us. Am I right? Fuck us, guys, right?
Wish that we would have reeled that fish in a little bit more, guys, but we didn't. He got away, and he's having an exceptional season over there on the Mets.
But we got Ray.
That's
cool.
He's still good.
That's cool.
He's still good. We're still happy with Robbie Ray, but I mean, Taijuan Walker, come on.
I mean, both. I want both.
Also, guys, some news. We don't have anything to speak about it because it hasn't actually happened yet. But when this podcast comes out, it will have happened. And there will have also been a minute monologue talking about what we did, which is the MLB Draft later this evening. I believe we picked 17th or 19th. 17th, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
I believe it's 17th that we picked. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
17th. And we're looking at some pitchers right now. But the Pittsburgh Pirates, they get the first overall selection. Texas, they get number 2. We'll be looking to see what they do today. Could be some potential studs, but we'll be specifically looking at what the Blue Jays do, hoping for a pitcher.
There's a lot of rumors that they're going to pick a Vandy boy. There's like 2 really good Vandy boys. And as you all know, Austin Martin, our first round selection last year, is a good Vandy boy.
Yes, so. Absolutely. And also, we don't have the news on this either. Maybe we'll do a little minute monologue about this too. But the Futures game happening right now as well, which Austin Martin is taking part of.
Austin Martin. Can't wait to see if he
very
does
cool.
something.
Hoping that he does some good stuff. With all that being said, let's transition a little bit if you don't have any more baseball news.
No, that's pretty much it for me.
Let's look at the Blue Jays, man. Rough week for the boys.
Yeah, it was tough. 2-3 on the week, and you
Not good enough.
And like we said last week, if we went 3-3, obviously one game got rained out in Baltimore. But if we went 3-3 on the week, we'd be very disappointed. So obviously, we're really very disappointed. Extremely disappointed. So right now where we sit is currently in 4th place at a 45-42 record. 8.5 games back from Boston currently. Boston actually just played their game. It's over now.
We're actually tied. We're actually in 3rd.
8 now. Oh, we're in 3rd now, right? Because Yankees lost. Yankees lost.
It's a tie thing going on right here. We're basically tied for 3rd, tied for 4th right now, guys. So it's semantics, but it is what it is.
Right. So we're 8 games back, and now the wild card has been updated. Yeah, 4.5 back from the wild card. Literally, I feel like we're not moving at all.
No.
It's going to take a big win streak to even launch us into a conversation of wild card or even division contention. But that's a fucking miles away.
That's quite a ways away for us, buddy. I think what needs to be done here, the wild card is very much still in play, but it will require everyone getting hot at the same time and just completing our assignments. We get some good pitching, we don't get our offense. We get some good offense, we don't get our pitching. Our bullpen sucks pretty much all the time.
Yeah, it's inconsistent. It's just so inconsistent.
Exactly, and we haven't ever had a big like rolling win streak this whole time, you know.
Rolling.
Whereas like the Rays have had that, the Boston Red Sox, they've just been on a consistent trajectory of winning, right? We've seen other big teams do it too. Milwaukee, right? The Astros. These guys go on long win streaks. We haven't had that yet, and that's why we're just flirting with above 500.
Yeah. And guys, like, I just want to take it in, like, yes, this week was bad, and it's easy to microscope like this fucking week, like this was a shit week, and we should have done better. We've had a good stretch. We're 12-8 since the easy part of our schedule has arrived. So 12-8 is pretty good, and we're 45-42. And I said this during the live. If you were to ask me before the season, all right, you will be 45-42 come All-Star break. Do you take that or roll again? I'm gonna take it. Because if I roll again, I'm a little bit worried because we are a competitive team. So overall, I'm still feeling decent. I'm feeling decent, not good. Feeling decent.
Well, here's the thing, buddy.
What do you think?
I agree with you. I would accept that. However, what we've done up to this point is not good enough to make postseason.
Right.
We have to do better than what we've done. We haven't dug ourselves into a hole, but we also haven't set ourselves up for postseason either. Yeah. If we were to do this again, you know, and that's the thing. It's like you tell me, okay, we go like this same record in the next half. Do you take that or spin again? I have to spin again because we won't make playoffs if I don't.
Right.
You know, so we have to do better than what we have done up to this point, which kind of sucks. But I mean, like you said, we haven't done a hole either.
I mean, we haven't. I mean, I want to look at what we've done in the first half of the season. Like our offense. I'll read you off some offensive numbers. We're second in OPS with a 776. Cool. It's all major leagues.
Yes.
Fifth in runs scored, sixth in on-base percentage, first in slugging. So, like, we're dominating.
Right.
We're absolutely dominating the offense. It's the pitching, which is actually, it's like not bad, but I think the pitching has been so inconsistently bad that it's a lot worse. The results are a lot worse because ERA we're 12th, 3.99.
Okay.
WHIP we're 12th, 1.26. That's huge actually. The WHIP is what fucks us. Batting average against 13th, 2.35 batting average against. That's really good. And then runs against we're 11th, 372. So our differential is so fucking good. But we're so inconsistent in our results. Who knows? It's just one of those things where it's not working.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
I do feel like there's an element of like not coming 100% clutch in the situations where you have to come 100% clutch in.
Yeah. Especially the pitching.
Exactly, especially the pitching. We've seen it before, and I know that we've had, in some of the games that we've lost, issues with runners in scoring position not being able to score them either.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, like we literally have a run differential of 92.
Yeah.
Like,
we probably mathematically should be better than what we are. Hopefully, the other foot drops a bit in this second half. We beat a couple of these good teams. But losing like we did in those first two games to Tampa this week, that is unacceptable. These guys are a postseason team. They don't have a single player that hits above 260. We cannot let them score 10 runs on us, guys. It is unacceptable.
That's ridiculous.
So, out of that, who had some nice performances this week?
Honestly,
the offense, it wasn't that great.
No, honestly, not a lot of guys. I mean, Ray obviously flirted with the no, so definitely shout out Ray.
Totally.
Literally not a lot of Manoah. This one's fucking weird. 3 2/3 innings pitched, but 9 strikeouts. Obviously, he got the loss. But I just want to throw that out there. 9 of his 11 outs were strikeouts.
Well, I think that he is going to develop himself into, like, I could totally see Manoah in one of these seasons leading the major leagues in Ks.
Absolutely.
You know, if he gets to the point where he's capable of throwing 200 innings, I mean 250, 260.
That's a lot of
strikeouts.
Innings. Oh, 260. Oh,
yeah. I mean, I think that's totally within the wheelhouse of possible for him.
Again, that's the range of him that he could possibly achieve.
If we can develop him into the ace that we want, I believe that's the type of player archetype he will become.
Yeah. Another shutout for a guy who did well this week is Espinal went 5 for 10.
Espinal.
With a 500 average, a double, 3 runs scored, and an RBI. Love Espinal. Honestly, like, I'm so fucking tired of Biggio. Biggio was actually shit this week. Sorry, Biggio. 2 for 14. That's it. Biggio is so, like, boring for me to watch.
Right.
Do you ever get that? It's just boring.
Well, I picked him for worst J of the week last week for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, I did that for a purpose. Yeah, I did win, giving some stuff away here because he wasn't very good. But Biggio has to find something in himself right here. When we were watching him last year, what made him an above-average MLB player was his on-base percentage, and it was awesome. And it's still good this year. But there's a lack of confidence at the plate. I see him swing at stuff that I'm like, why did you swing at that? And then I see him take stuff that I'm like, why did you take that?
Yeah.
It feels like there's no real strong approach that he is taking to the plate.
You know when we always said Cavan Biggio has a robot eye? I feel like he's just got a robot brain, a robot swing, a robot everything. Like, it doesn't feel natural. It feels like fucking, like it doesn't feel like he's really a player. Like, he's not reading what the pitch is coming. He doesn't know what's coming. He's just kind of like, math, guess, it's this. Like, he's like, Vladdy looks like he's playing with the pitcher. He's recognizing what he's trying to do. He's adjusting. He's moving. Whereas, like, Cavan's robotic. And it's just like, there's no game plan. I don't know. I'm just speaking out my asshole here.
No,
but,
I believe that his game plan hasn't adjusted to this season. That things have changed for Biggio, and because he's been struggling, he's kind of into a place where he's forcing a little bit too much, and he hasn't found his game plan this year. I believe that I saw similar stuff in Gurriel at the beginning of the year, and recently he has rediscovered his game plan. Hopefully, Biggio in this All-Star break can take some time, can sit back, watch a little bit of film, and say, hey, that's not me. I got to do better.
And simplify it. It's actually fucked. When you simplify the game, good things will happen. Because what's the objective? I got to get my barrel in the contact zone of this ball. I got to read the ball. I got to only swing at pitches that are going to be able to, where I can get my barrel to the ball. And, inside pitches, don't be offering at that shit.
Right.
Like, he always gets jammed up on that shit. So he's got to readjust.
I agree. Biggio needs this break for sure. I think a lot of our guys need this break. Even speaking on Vlad, I talked about this in the live. I love what he's doing. He still gets his hits. He's still the best player on this baseball team.
Yeah.
But his at-bats haven't been as abhorrently dominant as they were in that month of May, in that month of, or that half month of June. I felt like there was a time where it didn't matter who was pitching to him. It didn't matter the situation. Didn't even matter the count.
Yeah.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was in this thing, and he was dominating it. It doesn't feel as much of a domination thing.
I think he's getting mentally tired. I mean, he's playing every fucking day. Mentally tired. Like, these at-bats are grinds. Like, you're mentally grinding.
Yeah, they take a lot out of a player, you know? And the fact is, everyone's coming with a different game plan against Vlad. And he's playing this game, like you said, very rhythmically, fluidly. That takes a lot out. The right decision was not participating in this home run derby, even though we all wanted him to do it. It would have been awesome to see Vlad versus Ohtani.
Yeah.
However, for the sake of this season, better he takes that time, chills out,
100%.
Relaxes, like Biggio, watch some film, come back feeling good on Friday.
Absolutely. All right. Shall we transition
to the J?
To the J of the week?
I believe it's time. I believe it is time to announce the J of the week! Okie dokie, my friends. In a rough week, going 2 and 3. That's a 3. There wasn't a whole lot of options here, guys. I want to give a very, very honorable mention to Santiago Espinal.
Yep.
He has been so good. I wanted for so long to get rid of Joe Panic and to see the upside ceiling of a Santiago Espinal. I think this guy's a good player. He's extremely good defensively. You always know what you're going to get. I feel solid over there. A little budding Arenado. And the fact is, this little kid went 5 for 10 this week. Did really good. So I'm loving what he's doing with the bat, too. So shout out to Espinal. However, we cannot ignore the fact that Robbie Ray put the team on his back this week. An excellent performance. Almost got the no-no. Not quite almost, but he did
almost.
What was it? Like 6 and something innings?
Yeah, like 6
basically?
and a third. I don't know, but it was close. Like he only let up the one hit, the one walk, and that was it, man.
He had a great game. No earned runs. 7 innings pitched. 11 strikeouts to go along with that.
That's fucking dominating.
We only scored 3 runs this game, and in any other game, it's like, what? Our offense only scored 3 runs.
Yeah.
But the spotlight was very clearly on Robbie Ray for getting the job done. Also, shout out for bullpen for not blowing it. Because,
thank you.
I mean, like, thanks, but that should be a given. But thank you as well. However, Robbie Ray, you earned the J of the Week, big dog. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Robbie Ray. Congratulations. He's honestly, and I'm saying it again, like, he is right there. Like, I know Ryu's holding the reign of ace. Like, Robbie Ray is saying, why not me? He's saying, why not me this season?
Right.
He honestly, in my opinion, this year, overall, consistently, it's been Robbie Ray. For me, they've been our best starting pitcher.
Well, I mean, statistically speaking, that is the case.
That is the case.
So,
that is the case.
Yeah.
So he's the ace of 2021 so far. All right, guys, let's look at the week ahead. Obviously, we have the All-Star break coming up, so we're not going to see any baseball, Blue Jays baseball at least, until Friday. And we have a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers, and they've actually already announced who they're going to be pitching against us, where we haven't, because we're kind of just going to reassess
chilling,
all this
where
shit.
Everyone's taking a little breather.
Exactly.
Cool.
So Friday, we're not going to be seeing Kyle Gibson in this series, so that's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
So Friday, we're going to see Lyles. And then Saturday, Allard, and then Sunday, Fulte. So it's a 4.8 ERA, 3.45, and a 5.11. I'm predicting, based on our upcoming matchup in the following week, where we're going to be facing off against Boston and the New York Mets. We're going to be trying...
Jesus Christ.
I think because we're not going to see Kyle Gibson, I think we're going to try and maybe get Ryu to start the Friday because he'll also pitch against Boston.
Yeah.
I think we're going to save Stripling and Ray for the Boston series.
Okay.
And then Ryu will also pitch the 3rd game. I think that makes sense. Like really load up on that series.
Yeah, for sure.
So if let's say we have Ryu, Manoa, and Mats going in that series.
I mean, realistically, dude, I think that what we need to do is actually sweep this series. We need to win 3 games here because, like you said, we're up against division leaders all of the following week.
Yeah.
We have this time to chill. Texas wants to sell.
For real.
Kyle Gibson is a guy that we might even want to buy.
Yeah.
Joey Gallo probably isn't going to play all 3 of those games because he's going to be taking a little breather for at least one of them because they want to rest that guy because they are going to sell him. This is a team who does not care. They are handing out W's to anybody who is willing to take them. We should be willing to take them right now and win 3 games. Do I actively think that's going to happen? Probably not. If I was to bet money, I'd say we win 2, we lose 1. But, I mean, we've also lost a series to the Texas Rangers before this season.
We have. So, in that case, yes, I agree. We should fucking sweep. We can. We have the ability to. I don't... If we drop 2, like, fuck us. Like, right? Like, just fuck us. Like, for real. That's what I feel like it is.
I believe that from this point forward, guys, from this point onwards... Every series really matters. Dropping 2 against a sub-500 team who is in big sell mode, who I made a video room about as to how they are doomed for decades, is unacceptable if you are to have postseason aspirations. These are the type of series that you have to dominate, not only pitching-wise, but also offensively. This is going to speak to me a lot about what we are going to do in this second half if we are going to come out hot, and we had better start right when the gun goes off and make it happen and collect these dubs.
Blazing.
Yes.
So we're saying 2-1?
I'm saying,
put the money in?
If I was to bet my home, I say we win 2 out of these 3 games. However, I really want to see us dominate.
I agree.
Really want to see us dominate.
Fucking agree, guys.
Totally, dude. You want to talk just a little bit about the All-Star game? Just because, like, it's our show and I kind of want to.
Sure. What do you got to say?
Well, first thing I have to say is that we're doing a little giveaway right now, guys. And this is coming out on the Monday. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going live for the All-Star game, and we will be announcing the winner of a free All-Star jersey, which you guys can easily enter. We have a post about it. It's roughly 5 or 6 days old, so just look back for that. It'll be like free All-Star thing. It's really cool, really easy to enter, so definitely do that. Do you know who's starting pitching-wise?
No, they haven't announced that yet.
Okay, they haven't announced it yet. Because I was going to say, like, out of the lineups and stuff, who do you think you have winning this thing? NL or AL?
I have NL. It's so clearly NL. Like, their pitching's better, their hitting's better. It's going to be the NL. There's no doubt about it. Like, they're everything. They have Tatis. They have fucking the two Red Sox. Oh, not Red Sox. The Cincinnati Reds. Yep. Like, no, we're fucked.
That's
like,
true, yeah. I mean,
DeGrom's not pitching though. But
is he not?
No, he doesn't want to hurt his arm.
Honestly, if I was having the season that he's having, I'd
pitching.
be like, I'll take a breather on this one, guys. Yeah. Like, I'm doing a different thing. I'm on a different motive right now.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm trying to do like Bob Gibson's type stuff right now.
I mean, Altuve's not playing either. He's like, no, like him and Correa are not playing in the game because like, they want to win. They don't give a fuck.
That's true.
And that's the thing too, is like the All-Star game is like people can opt out of it. And it's like people really don't give a fuck. Well, and that's why it shouldn't. I just want to say this really quickly.
Yeah,
that's why it shouldn't actually count to who has home field advantage in the World Series because no one gives a fuck.
Well, do you know what? I also think that it shouldn't be directly in the middle of the season either. The way that the NFL does this is they have it directly before the Super Bowl, like a week prior.
Right, their Pro Bowl.
Exactly. They have their little Pro Bowl thing. They have everything happen there. And I mean, yes, you lose out on the 2 Super Bowl contenders because obviously they have a thing, but you get 30 teams participating in this thing, and everyone wants to participate because at this point, we're all knocked out, man.
Yeah,
like,
we're done.
Yeah, it's like, I'm an all-star, like, I'm done now. I'm about to fly out to freaking Peru and do my thing, but before I do that, I'm gonna go have a great time and do my whole, like, throwing thing and catching thing, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
Right.
I do believe that having a all-star game directly in the middle of the season is kind of silly because, one, some of these guys who become all-stars have horrible second halves. Right. And I mean, when you look back at their seasons, you're like, why is this guy an all-star and this guy is not an all-star?
Right.
It's kind of silly. But and then also, too, the fact that you said Altuve, Correa, DeGrom.
They just don't want to
They're on a different mission right now. They're trying to do something really special, and they're not going to play accordingly. So,
yeah, exactly. All right, guys. I think it's that time of the video.
You want to spin it?
I think it's time to spin the wheel.
The spinning fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel that we spin every week. It's time to spin that wheel. Okay, Team Nick. Big dubs for the kid this past week, and it was much needed. I believe final tally on the season, 21 for your team, 17 for my team. So you know what? You came out blazing hot. I've kind of battled back. I've scraped my way back into this thing. You still have the advantage. But you know what? Decently even heading into the second half. I was worried that we might need to start a whole new thing. If you were like 30-5 or something, but that's not the case. So we're in this thing.
Keep going.
What did I win?
So you ended up winning the K per 9. Manoah's K per 9 was 25.3. Because again, he had 9 strikeouts and 11 fucking outs. And then runs scored. You had Simeon with 4. I had Bo with 3. And then what the fuck was it? Oh yeah, worst J. Biggio had 2 for 14, and then Grichuk went 3 for 16. He was also
sucked
bad.
A little less.
So it was a tight one, actually. It was tight.
Totally.
It was a tight one.
Very, very tight. But you know what? I'm happy we got the sweep, guys. 21-17. Feeling good. So for this next one, we only play 3 games, but that is what we are going to be looking at. And it's also gonna be really interesting because if it lands on pitchers,
I don't know who the fuck's gonna pitch.
It's kind of gonna be like a little bit of a roll of the dice here. We just need to like guess as to what's happening and like hope that these guys are pitching for us. Well, but that is the case, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna have some fun. Are you ready to go?
Go for it. So I picked twice this week.
Let's go. What's it gonna be?
I gotta start off the second half. Good. I gotta be like the Blue Jays. Start off the second half. Keep going. And it's... damn it. All right, RBIs. So... I kind of want to do, like... I mean, well, Vlad. I mean, I feel like I'm never not going to pick Vlad until he starts actually sucking.
Well, he is having an MVP caliber season, so I would argue that it's almost stupid for you not to pick Vlad.
Yeah. He's literally leading the league.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch it up here. I'm going to say that my boy George Springer comes out the gate, takes a couple days off, not playing in the All-Star game, is gonna relax, is gonna chill, and is gonna come out and smack some bombs. George Springer.
Fair enough. Okay. He's in a good spot.
Come on, give me something I can win. Give me something I can win. Give me something I can win.
Looks like we're getting my bonus player. All right, next category. Bonus player.
I'm money. It's spinning them for you. I can't spin them for me. I can spin them for you.
Got one last week.
I did. Did it help?
Yes. It was your second pick. Home runs. All right. So you go. No, you know what? Fuck. I kind of need to pick this guy because I have to go first with my bonus player. I have to pick Vlad because he leads the team in home runs.
Right.
And like second in the MLB, so I have to pick him again.
Fair enough. Fair freaking enough, dude. Okay. Who am I going with for the homers? I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket with George Springer because that would be a lot of eggs into one little basket. But you know what? I guess I'll go Semien.
Okay, Semien. Fair enough. And I'll go Bo.
Totally.
I'll go Bo for my second guy.
Okay.
Right.
Seems reasonable. So I do pick this one
You
first
do pick
now.
this one,
Okay.
yeah.
Good stuff.
K per 9. This is the one. We don't know who's pitching.
Okay. Manoah pitched. So, okay.
They just restart and they can do whatever they want. Because now it's like we get to do matchups and shit. And
God damn it,
everything.
man. I have no idea.
Yeah. I just did a guess.
I have no idea.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, because maybe they decide to restart and they go Ryu and Ray and Stripling, you know.
But I would hope they don't because, like, Boston, like, that wouldn't be smart. It wouldn't be smart to, like, put your best guys against Texas. Like, I'd want to save it for Boston.
I hear you, man. I hear you. But, like, you know, we do dumb stuff sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
We do some dumb stuff sometimes. So, Jesus Christ. Wow, this is a really, really tough one. I don't know who's gonna play.
I don't know.
I don't know who's gonna play.
Yeah. So you're gonna pick.
Well, Manoah held his ground for me last week. I'll go Manoah again.
Okay.
I'll go Manoah again.
I'm gonna go Jordan Romano because I gotta take a shot. I feel like he will play against Texas. There will be winnable games.
He probably will play.
And if he gets like 2 or even 1, like.
Well, 1 would be 9. Right?
Yeah, that'd be 9 exactly.
9 exactly.
If he doesn't, then he doesn't.
Definitely like solid. Okay.
It's risky.
Fair enough.
Del Kermis. Shout out Del Kermis. He's like, I'm trying to get the bullpen in it more. This is a way to get it. All right, they picked Romano.
Romano's solid. Yeah, Romano's solid for sure.
All right.
Alrighty, guys, that is the Blue Jays Today show. I also want to know, please let us know who you like for this week for the teams.
Okay.
I need another big week here. Another sweep would put you at 21, me at 20.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens there, guys. But we have a big week of content coming for you folks. This is coming out on Monday. Later today, we're going to be having a little bit of a video room talking about past 5 Home Run Derby winners. Also some highlights from the Home Run Derby. That will be coming. We're also going to be going live for the All-Star Game tomorrow.
Yes.
That's super exciting. Several podcasts about different trades, not only for us, but potentially the Cubs, the White Sox. We're not sure yet. Wherever the rumors take us. Live with Kevin Gott on Thursday, Wine on Wine on Friday, and live again next Sunday.
Lots
the
of
content
lives.
never freaking stops, my friends. But please let us know in the comments about your thoughts on this past week of Jays and your thoughts on the next second half, what we have to do, who we have to trade for, who has to pick it up, who has to get fired, who has to go to the minor leagues, who has to play a different sport, who needs to sign Tom Brady, all of these different things. You let us know in the comments.
Guys, you can check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Radio Public, Breaker. Make sure to also check us out on our Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Guys, as well, become a Patreon. It's $3 a month. And thank you to all of our current Patreons. Shout out to all of you. Your names are right here. And guys, as well, this video is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight and Manscaped. Use the code, guys. Use code TODAYJs. We've been waiting. We know if you're using it or not. You're not using it. You're not using it enough. So use the code, please, and you can keep this podcast rolling. That's it, guys. That's it. We'll see you in the fucking next week.
Totally. Thank you so much for watching.
And go, Jays, go!